with that out of the way, let's talk about main topic number one. And the main topic number one involves Uber. Like, I actually have like a really big bone to pick with Uber right now. And you know how like a couple days ago I said I'm pretty much out of the gig economy business, but then once in a while they bring me back. They bring me back with something so stupid that it's like, oh my gosh, do you not know what you are doing, guys? Do you not know what you are doing? So anyway, for those of you who follow me on Twitter, and this is my Twitter handler if you want to follow me, by the way, and my Twitter is usually fairly benign. I share videos, I comment on entertainment. You're not going to see me commenting about too many world affairs, but I did retweet this Uber post, and I wrote, oh man, this tweet is so going to bite you in the ass on my podcast today. I was up at like 12:30 a.m. I didn't sleep very well last night, to be honest. And what it was is this. It's this little commercial. Let's just look at it real quick. Gotta love the music. Uber driver, when the world stopped, they didn't. They've done their part. Thank them by doing yours. You mean tip? No mask, no ride. Uber. Okay, so here's the thing. This is not a surprise. I mean, whether you agree that Uber should be requiring masks or not, Uber's made it very clear that you need to be wearing a mask. In fact, here's another thing. Dara Khosrowshahi actually shared this article that USA Today posted, and he said, extending our mandatory mask policy is the right thing to do. Help keep yourself, your driver, and the next rider safe. No mask, no ride. Now again, that has been absolutely clear for a while now. They have not made this a secret. This would not normally be a story, by the way, because it's like, why reiterate what we already know, right? And I mean, of course, I have to reiterate that this is another reason why you're not an independent contractor. You are an employee because they can actually, tell you what to do. Now, that said, and let me pull this up real quick. I saw that I was having some issues. You would think that they would actually, back up like, hey, they're making a commercial about it. The CEO is writing a tweet. But then, of course, the question is, well, why on earth would they be stressing this so much? Is it just because California reclosed? No. I think it has a lot more to do with this, where an Uber driver denies unmasked riders and got fired for the complaints. Now, rather than read the story, let's see what he has to say about it personally. Get this out of the way.
News Center Maine's Hannah Deneen shows us the driver says it all stems from riders refusing to wear masks.
In the beginning, I would ask them, I would plead with them. I would stay there, pleading.
Former Uber driver Danny Darling would plead for riders to wear a mask.
I would give the middle finger. I would give my car kick. I would give my car punch.
Worried for his safety, Darling began to cancel.
By the way, for all the people who don't believe in wearing masks, I'm just curious. Is that behavior okay? Like, is that an appropriate response to someone telling you that you're either going to wear a mask or not getting a ride? Just curious.
Rides when riders would approach without a mask.
Oh, I love that Batman mask. Love that Batman mask.
Citing the violation.
That's one of the features that Uber started doing on June 1st. I used to cancel them for not wearing a mask.
Also starting June 1st, before accepting a ride through the Uber app, riders must agree to wear a mask. Darling didn't mind losing some business.
No, I'm not financially that desperate. I don't want to die or get sick going to work.
That's, by the way, a very fair thing. Like, hey, this job does not pay much. In fact, for all of Uber's, praising of the drivers and they're helping you out and stuff, like, are they actually paying the drivers anymore? No. So you don't want to get sick doing this. So I think it's reasonable to expect your customers to wear a mask. Again, it's the no shirt, no shoes, no service policy. Now you're just adding a mask to it, and I'm sorry, but I don't believe breathing problems is such a big thing that 50% of the nation can't wear a mask. But this is where things are going to get ugly.
The problem, those riders
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at this guy. Not really, but it's like I'm amazed that there are still people out there who think this. Like, I believe Uber will protect me. It's like, no, they won't. I mean, and this is why Uber drivers should have been watching channels like mine quite a bit more than they actually did, because if they did watch the channels, they would know that Uber's not here for you, they're here for them.
I was wrong.
On Saturday, after 2.5 years of driving for Uber full-time, Darling was told he could no longer work for the company.
Now, here's another thing I want to ask. If it's your own business, like, because I can see some anti-maskers in here saying, like, hey, well, that's good. That's discrimination. Like, I have a health problem, whatever. But here's the thing. Again, aren't you an independent contractor? Like, what are the rules at this point? If you're an independent contractor, you actually should be allowed to require masks. And if someone doesn't want to wear a mask, you should have the right to not pick them up. Right now, that is not a legitimate medical reason to turn people away. If they say, I have a hard time breathing, well, too bad. Can't. If you have a hard time breathing, you should probably not be going outside during a pandemic anyway. But it's your business. You're supposed to be able to do what you want, and then Uber can just deactivate you because they complain. So, again, and here's the thing. They're deactivating you for following their rules. So what is it? Like, are you going to get deactivated for not following Uber's rules, or are you going to be deactivated for following Uber's rules? I don't know what their thinking is right now.
Uber cited unsafe practices and problematic behavior.
Honestly, I love helping people. I love it. I love bringing people to the places they need to go.
And this is why a lot of people still do Uber, even though Uber doesn't pay very well.
Yeah, I agree.
Another Portland area Uber driver who wished to remain anonymous says he won't refuse unmasked riders.
I've taken it myself to, still give the ride because this is my life, this is my job. I can't afford to get fired over, false information.
Showing
Now, I think this is interesting. First of all, like, he says it right there, like, I can't afford to get fired over false information. Well, you're going to get fired over false information at some point. Someone's eventually just going to want your ride. But why is he saying this anonymously? Because, well, he's speaking out against the company, and even though Uber has, like, again, publicly stated, no mask, no ride, that's what they're saying. Clearly, they don't mind suspending people over this. So, there you go.
rideshare drivers face a dilemma: protect their health and that of everyone they drive,
I'm not wearing my Batman mask to protect me.
or risk bad ratings, or worse, losing a job they love. In Portland, Hannah Deneen, News Center, Maine.
Yeah, so I feel very, very bad for Danny here. Like, he should not have been deactivated. I mean, very, very few people need to be deactivated on Uber's platform, I have to be honest. Most of the time, the reasons they get deactivated is because of a false complaint. But I just don't know, where is Uber's line on this? They have made it clear, no mask, no ride. They're making the riders say this, but I think what happened here, honestly, and this is where there's like a huge loophole in all of this. I believe what's going on is that I see the audio wasn't working very well. Well, you might have to turn that up. I'll make it a point to fix that next time. Sorry, folks, but here's the thing. Where was I? I think what happened here is that people, when they were complaining about this guy not picking them up, they weren't complaining about him not picking them up because they weren't wearing a mask. They were saying he looked at them and moved on. Maybe they say he made a racist comment. Maybe they said he saw I was in a wheelchair, or he said that I saw that I had like a, service animal and wouldn't pick me up. Like, they're not going to say they didn't pick me up because I'm not wearing a mask. They're not going to say that. So, I think that's what happened, and that's why I got fired. By the way, one more little thing, because I just know that most of the people who are anti-maskers is what I'm calling them, tend to lean conservative and tend to be, religious and Trump supporters. And look, I'm certainly to a certain extent some of those. But I just want to add, Trump is now saying he's all for masks after publicly refusing to wear one for himself for months. Now, of course, President Trump tends to change his mind quite sporadically sometimes, but here's the thing. Now even Trump is saying that that masks are good. And by the way, I kind of saw this coming because the last time he said something about the masks a couple days ago was he said masks were a double-edged sword, which was basically his way to ease his way into saying, okay, I was wrong about this. Anyway, just pointing that out. So now everyone is officially saying wear a mask. So wear your damn mask. But also know that if you're an Uber driver and you actually try to protect your health and you don't want to pick people up who aren't wearing a mask, well, you can be deactivated. It's just that simple. Anyway, I would love to know what you think about all of this. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly.